Mr. Stephen Kennedy.
Thank you for letting me speak here today. I'm Stephen Kennedy. I own Steve's Snaketuary in Shreveport, Louisiana. We are a reptile rescue and a sanctuary for snakes. Our mission is to eliminate fear through education and bring peace through rescue. I rescue snakes out of homes and businesses. I take in pet reptiles that people can't take care of anymore. And I also do educational presentations with snakes and reptiles. If I'm unable to rescue snakes out of homes and businesses because of these new laws, more and more snakes will be ruthlessly and unnecessarily killed. I work closely with 911 dispatch and animal control for snake calls. When people call 911 for snake issues, dispatch will call me so all the other officers are not tied up. Also, animal control is sometimes too busy with dogs and cats, and so they send me out for the snakes. I'm more trained than fire, police, and animal control to safely handle snakes. Every time I go on a snake call, I always educate the people on the snakes, whether non-venomous, venomous, the different types, and what they look like and things like that. I've had several emergency rooms call me at different hospitals because people have brought the snakes in with them after they've gotten bit. And nurses really don't like snakes in the ER. So I'm more qualified and better trained than nurses and doctors to safely handle venomous snakes. If these new laws go into effect, the nurses and doctors will no longer have anybody to call for those situations. I've even had people tell me that Wildlife and Fisheries has themselves have referred me to go out and get animals. I've had the city of Shreveport call me several times because they've contacted Wildlife and Fisheries, and Wildlife and Fisheries has told them that I was the only person to be able to do that, to handle those situations. So if some of these new laws go into effect, then I would no longer be a resource for Wildlife and Fisheries. If I'm not able to take in pet reptiles that people can no longer take care of, more and more reptiles will be released into the wild. And I've had numerous people tell me if I didn't come get the snake, then that's exactly what they would do. We get between 400 and 500 calls every year for snakes and other reptiles. If all of those snakes are killed or other reptiles we get called for are released into the wild, that would greatly impact the environment and cause even bigger problems. I use several snakes and other reptiles for my educational presentations. I've been doing educational presentations for over 10 years. Our presentations increased 10% year over year. In 2022, we did over 85 presentations and educated over 7,000 people. In 2023, we did close to 100 presentations and we got to educate over 9,000 people. I teach about the wonders of snakes, how awesome they are, how beneficial they are to the environment, and how great pets they can make. I teach proper handling and care of snakes, and of utmost importance, safety. And sometimes snakes can even make better pets than dogs and cats and other household animals for several different reasons. I do numerous educational presentations about snakes and other reptiles at schools, libraries, scout groups, etc. every year. During the summer, all of the local libraries call me to do educational presentations. After school starts, a lot of schools have me come do educational presentations for their students. We also have numerous homeschool groups come over for their field trips. I also teach first responders, including EMTs, paramedics, firefighters, nurses, doctors, and police officers in the proper first aid treatment of snake bites. I've even helped Dr. Thomas Arnold at Oshner to correct some of the EMT and paramedic books on proper treatment of snake bites. If I'm unable to keep certain snakes and do educational presentations, first responders and ER personnel would possibly give incorrect treatment, which could further injure patients. I've also worked on several movie sets, using my snakes for movies and TV shows, and doing snake abatement so the actors and personnel on the movie set would not get hurt. If these laws go into effect, I would no longer be able to do that. I'm a certified master herpetologist. I'm a national wildlife control operator, a member of NACOA, and I'm certified at reptile level 1. I have my permits through Caddo Parish Animal Control, and the permits through Caddo Parish Animal Control are a little bit more strict than what you guys are proposing. Anything over 3 feet with Caddo Parish Animal Control has to have a permit, and I get my permits every year through them. Animal Control comes out every year to inspect my place of business. They check on the welfare of my reptiles, and they take pictures of everything. My business is a fully insured LLC in Shreveport and in the state of Louisiana. My business is a member of the Shreveport Chamber of Commerce. I even have my business name trademarked with the state of Louisiana and with the United States. I'm also a firefighter and advanced EMT with extensive knowledge in first aid treatment of snake bites. I have my CPR, BLS instructor certification, my EMS instructor, my firefighter instructor certifications. I always use my bite-proof gloves, hooks, tongs, and things for the venomous and the constrictors. Anything, larger than 8 feet, which is what you guys are proposing. I've got bite protocols set up in place in case of any kind of emergencies. Those protocols include removable labeling of all the snakes, which has the names with information about those snakes, venom, and anti-venom. I have a book containing information with all the venomous snakes, first aid treatment, venom, and anti-venom information. I also have phone numbers for Dr. Thomas Arnold, the leading toxicologist in Louisiana who works at Ochsner. I have numbers for Dr. Spencer Green, the leading snakebite expert out of Houston, numbers to employees of Profab and the Snakebite Foundation, and the number to poison control if anything ever happened to any constrictors or venomous snakes that I have. We also have a local veterinarian that we use for our reptiles in case of any issues arise or if someone surrenders a sick or injured animal. And I've always gotten my restricted snake permits through Wildlife and Fisheries for several years, and I hope to continue to do so. These new laws would severely impact not only me and my business, but several thousand people a year because they won't get to learn about these wonderful animals. Thank you.
Thank you.